So biotherapies are therapeutic molecules or cells or viruses that are actually produced from living tissues. And so they're very compatible with our bodies. Unlike chemotherapy, which is really chemicals that are used to try to poison particular kinds of tumors, for instance, or radiation therapy, which comes from a radioactive source. Biotherapies are entities that come from our own bodies or from tissues from our own bodies that can be engineered to be highly selective. So whereas chemotherapy and radiation therapy, as we know, are associated with significant side effects because they attack both the cancer and they also damage normal tissues, in principle, biotherapies, because of the way they're engineered, are very selective. They really only attack the malignant tissues, and if anything, they actually have the ability to heal normal tissues. One of the challenges of developing biotherapies from the ground up, basically, is having a way to produce them as a pharmaceutical grade product that you can inject into patients. And so at the Ottawa Hospital, we've been investing in what we call biomanufacturing, or manufacturing of biological agents, for about 15 years, or maybe a bit longer now. There is really no other facility in Canada, at an academic facility, that actually produces virus-based products that can be used to treat patients. And so these kinds of therapies, really, I think Ottawa's really at the forefront of the development of biotherapeutics and manufacturing of biotherapeutics. So, to do manufacturing, of course, we have to create things, as I said, as pharmaceutical grade medicines. These have to be done under conditions which are extremely clean and safe, so that we don't inadvertently put something into the medicine that we don't want there. So the people who are trained in what's called the GMP, or good manufacturing practice, are people who are highly trained. They have to learn how to gown up so there really is no skin visible on their body. They wear face masks and completely covered head to toe. And that in itself is a real art form, to learn how to dress like that without contaminating yourself. You'd be surprised how challenging that is. And then the work has to be done in specialized manufacturing suites, which have highly purified air circulating in them. They have multiple levels of air quality to get you to the final stage where you have ultra pure air that's used to allow us to manufacture in an area where there's really no bacteria or any other kinds of viruses or anything floating around the air. It's extremely clean. And then these facilities themselves, which is quite remarkable, have to be cleaned every day that we're going to use them. They have to be washed on the floor, the walls, and the ceiling in great detail every single day to make sure they're ultra clean. And then we do a lot of testing of the walls and the floors to make sure there are no adventitious agents, as we say, or bacteria or fungus that could potentially be there to contaminate our products. So this is really both a science and an art form that really has to take place. I think this is a critical turning point in the history of Canadians. We have to support this kind of research because it's going to help boost our economy. It's going to help make the lives of Canadians much better, and it's going to make our healthcare system something that can really thrive and develop therapeutics that are affordable to Canadians.